In this video, we're going to make a tall planter box for the backyard. The materials we used are fence pickets and furring strips. Now, this build was a spur of the moment. I did not have a 2x2 readily available, but I did have the scrap of wood, and I ran it through the table saw and made my own 2x2. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut 24 pieces for the sides of the planter box. I'm only going to use 4 of the fence pickets, and it's really great because fence pickets are insect resistant, and so that makes it a perfect material for these outdoor planter boxes. We're going to assign 6 pieces of the fence picket cuts to each side of the planter box, and we're going to space them evenly using this ruler as a little spacer.
Why aren't you wearing gloves?
Now, Krista doesn't like to wear her gloves for whatever reason, but then likes to complain about how she got a splinter in her finger after we're done with the build. So, big sister here trying to help her out, but you can tell this is why she gets splinters in her finger.
Yeah. I probably should put on this. Even though it's like, it feels like I can't do much with one glove. Or with two gloves. No!
Now, when I put the brad nailer in this last panel, the board cracked. So that is unfortunate, but it does add character. Now, this last step is a little tricky. You want to make sure that you have the support beam a little bit lower so that it fits flush with the other panels. And this is so that it's a perfect square and it's symmetrical across all boards. You have the full board exposed and then the end piece exposed on that same face for each side. All right, check it out. We have all of our panels attached and ready to go. So here, next we're going to work on the trim work to give it a more polished look. Now I'm going to use the 5th fence picket in order to create our base and top trim work. And here I'm spacing it evenly, so I'm going to assign 2 inches for our base trim, 1 inch for the top trim, and then the remaining for the top front part of the trim. Now I'm going to go ahead and run this piece through the table saw and get our trim pieces ready. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the base trim at 17.5 inches, and then I'll come back and put a 45-degree angle on all of them. In order to make sure that all of the pieces are exactly just right when we have these 45-degree angles, I'm going to go ahead and mark it while on the box so I know exactly where the angle should end, and then I'll work backwards to see where it will line up. Now I'll do the same thing but for the top trim. I do wonder if I cut both of them.
You can't do that.
Can I stagger it?
That's a lot, Jenna. You only got 1 piece left.
Wow.
Like, if anything, just do 2 at a time. Like, wow. And hold it very, very taut. Like,
high risk.
high risk, not that high reward. It's literally life or death.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach the base trim using this brad nailer, and then I'll go ahead and attach the top trim after. That's not bad. That's good.
You think it's not bad because you haven't put it up there yet.
Wow. Krista has no faith at all that I made the right cut, but we'll see.
It's like,
Okay.
so now,
Okay, so I marked the length it needed to be
so this needs to go this way. Angle going that way, yeah.
this way.
Yeah.
The suspense is so real. Will this piece be too short? Oh, you messed up.
I think you messed up too. Okay.
Don't you just love how encouraging Krista has been throughout this whole process? Yeah, it's like slightly short. Yeah, it's like slightly short.
I told you you should have done them separately.
Wow.
I'm wondering if maybe it can fit on another. Okay. I think it fits on that one. Oh, it's very short. That one's not gonna work. Okay, this one could work too. Okay, it's not a complete fail. Also, I'm not sure why I'm eyeballing this. Like, I literally could just take this piece of wood over. I'll be back.
No, you could just take a ruler over.
Or that.
Even simpler.
Yeah, I could do that.
Instead of grabbing the entire piece of wood.
Wise words from Krista. I carried over her same recommendation of using the ruler and applied that to finish out cutting the remaining 3 top face trim work pieces. Alright, check it out. We have all of our top trim work pieces. I'm going to go ahead and apply some wood glue and attach it by way of a brad nailer. Now I'm going to go ahead and use a 100 grit sandpaper to smooth out the rough surfaces and just get it smooth to the touch. Now we're going to go ahead and apply our stain of choice. Here we're using a roller and applying early American stain to it. After that, we'll wait for 24 hours for it to dry and then dust off any particles off of it before we apply the polyurethane. Now, there you have it. You have a tall, modern, beautiful planter box.